Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
Plan on some snow as we go into the day Tuesday, but before we get to that, sink your teeth into this right here. Yes, we finally did it. So the last sunset before 5 o'clock today. That won't happen again until November 3rd. So we stay in the light a little bit longer, and little by little, day by day, we will start to add to that tally. Downtown now, we got cloudy skies. We've had a few flurries, 33 with a west wind at 9 miles an hour. Eyewitness weather forecast tonight, light snow showers, flurries, little accumulation, if any, low of 28, and then through the day tomorrow. We will start out with just some flurries and snow showers, and then as we get into the afternoon, that's when we'll see the snow become a little steadier into the late afternoon and into the evening. And I think for the most part, this is a 1 to 2 inch deal. South of town, there's going to be a little bit more warm air, so there could be a little bit of sleet or freezing rain with a high of 35. That is why there's a winter weather advisory down to the south. Some of those colder nook and cranny locations where the cold air gets trapped at the lowest part of the planet, that's where we could have a little bit of icing. So here's what to expect. We'll watch the commute, particularly the afternoon evening commute Tuesday, for a couple inches of wet, slushy snow into the afternoon and evening, but nothing major. We'll take a look at those numbers in detail in just a few minutes. Temperatures now are in the 30s, down to the south into Otsego County in the low 30s, and up north numbers here are hanging in the 20s. So I mentioned that there are a few flurries out there tonight, but they are few and far between and won't be adding up to much. Wider perspective here across the northeast. Right away, notice that wet weather gathering towards Cincinnati and down towards St. Louis. That's all heading in our direction, and as it bumps into some colder air, it will start as a period of snow. So you'll see that as we get into the afternoon. Watch right there. Here comes the snow building in for the afternoon, 4 o'clock. Could be snowing at a fairly good clip. Anywhere you see these darker blues down to the south, that's some steadier snow. Again, this is only going to add up to like an inch or two, and it will be snowy for a while into the evening before some warmer air both at the surface and aloft comes in, which will switch this kind of personality from snow to wintry mix and ice, and then eventually wet weather as we get into late Wednesday especially. I think another round of rain will be developing and moving in by the time we get to sunset on Wednesday. Here's a look at the snow amounts. Again, this is manageable stuff. We're only looking at like a slushy inch, 2 or 3. And then it goes to rain. And by the way, springtime is just 57 days away. And when you look at the 7-day forecast, it's going to start to be a little bit more spring-like here. So snowy tomorrow, particularly afternoon and evening. Watch for some slick spots for the ride home. And then it's rain as temperatures get well into the 40s to near 50 by Friday. Some chillier air building in by late weekend and into early next week. Wholesale changes to what we just went through this past weekend.
Yeah. So how is that going to affect the North Country? Are they going to have flooding?
You know, it doesn't look like there's a ton of rain.
Okay.
The rainfall amounts look fairly light, so hopefully it won't be too bad of a flooding situation.
All right. Yeah, thinking of them up there.
I know. They've been taking it on the chin, man.
Yeah. Thanks, Craig. Still to come on Eyewitness News at 11. Good and bad news for Governor Kathy Hochul. When we come back, Stephen Greenberg, pollster with the Siena College Research Institute, provides insight on the latest findings.